So some tools, I don't know if you use Moodle here, but Moodle certainly has its own chat tools. There's an online tool called Chatsy that people use for real-time discussion. There's something called Today's Meet, which is really, really nice. It's very fast, it's easy to set up. Todaysmeet.com, basically anybody can create a room almost instantly, and then you have, once you create it, you get kind of a Twitter-like interface where everybody can just talk up to 140 characters. And you just get a conversation going. When I used to lecture in my undergraduate classes, especially if I wasn't using a PowerPoint or something, I would put Today's Meet room, and I'd put it up on the board like this, so students could ask questions verbally, but they could also discuss in real time at the same time. So it just added an extra communication channel. It's getting more and more popular in the United States, is to have sort of real-time chat going on at the same time as oral discussion. And if you have a TA in the classroom, it works even better. So another study that I did, and this was also a number of years back, looked at the issue of motivation. And the context was higher education in the US and several Asian countries. And we did a survey, and we did a factor analysis of the survey. And it turned out that the three big factors that made using computers in language classrooms motivating. One was communication. People just liked to communicate. When they had opportunities to communicate with other people, that got them excited about language learning. Was a sense of empowerment. They were learning to use new tools that they couldn't use before, having sort of more control, and just learning. They felt that it helped their English learning. But that one of the things that was especially interesting when we looked at motivation was, using computer-mediated communication had the least impact on motivation when it was least integrated into instruction. We just told students, for example, okay, if you want, you can go ahead and do this. But where it was sort of more integrated into, you had the students communicating with each other, or maybe foreign partners, or this or that, it was more motivated. One of the things we found, we did some research in an elementary school. Now this was a very different context in Littleton this year, but it was almost all English language learners. And throughout the school district, people were telling me that even just having one long-distance interlocutor could make a big difference. So if your students were going to be blogging on a certain topic, if maybe you have a relative or a former classmate, or somebody in the United States, an academic, a lawyer, a journalist, anybody. Have a Skype session with that person, and have your students do their blogging or do their posting online or this or that. That person is willing to just, take a look for 15 minutes at some of their things and send back an email saying, wow, you guys are writing great. Even small things like that were things that people in this school said made a big difference.